Hello everyone, this is Sahana. Welcome to Online Gurukul. Today we will be studying the first chapter of the textbook, The Living English, Finding My Way. Finding my way means I'm searching my way. Okay, the entire story is all about the Gond art, which is very famous in central India. Okay, shall we start with the introduction? So Gond art is a form of tribal painting common in central India, and it was made popular by Jangar Singh. So this Gond art, as I said earlier, it's a tribal painting and it is very common and it is very famous in central India, that is Madhya Bharat, and it was made popular by Jangar Singh. So Jangar's nephew Venkatraman Singh Shyam is also a famous Gond artist. So Jangar's nephew, either you can think it like brother's son or sister's son. Nephews means son, niece means daughter. So Jangar's nephew Venkatraman Singh Shyam is also a famous Gond artist. So the entire story is all about Venkatraman Singh Shyam. Even he is a famous Gond artist. In this extract from his autobiography, Finding My Way. So the entire chapter, that is Finding My Way, is written by Venkatraman Singh Shyam, his own autobiography, with the help of S. Anand, that is co-writer S. Anand. Venkat Shyam talks about his early influences. So what and all happened in his early childhood, like early influences, in this chapter, in this extract we are going to study. I did not learn from schools and books. I fished in the river Halon, stole corn cobs, learned to plow, heard the bana. So here the Venkat is talking about his early influences, that he did not study or he did not learn anything from the schools and books. The entire childhood he spent was by fishing in the Halon river, and he started stealing the corn cobs. He learned to plow, and he also heard the bana. Bana means the 3-string violin. So he knew how to play the bana and all. Fishing brings back memories of my story. My grandfather, Pasadi Lal Ukai, who bestowed on me my long-winded name, told me. So the long name, that is Venkatraman Singh Shyam, was given by Pasadi Lal Ukai, who is grandfather of Venkat. So whenever he goes to fishing, he remembers his grandfather sitting with him and telling all the stories. He remembers all those, means he brings back the memories, like sitting with his grandfather and having a long talk, or grandfather is telling the story and he's sitting and he's listening. Those memories and all he started bringing back. What's the story was? Now we will get to know the story. The story told by the grandfather was a dhobi who does his washing in the river. So there was a dhobi and he was washing his clothes every day in the same river, that is Halon river. Also feeds the fish every day. He used to, it was like a give and take policy. Okay, I'm using the water here, let me feed the fish every day. So this was the dhobi's character. So one day a fish which seeks to repay his gratitude tells him about the imminent end of the world. So what happened in Halon river? Obviously the fishes will be there. So by seeing Dhobi every day, one day a fish thought that okay, every day he brings me the food, he feeds me, let me show him some gratitude. He thought of telling him about the imminent end of the world. Imminent means about to happen, means very soon it's going to happen. So that is end of the world. The man wonders how he can save himself and his loved ones. So the dhobi, the man means here the dhobi, he started thinking like, okay, how should I save myself? How should I save my loved ones when the world is coming to an end? Oh my God, like that he started thinking, and he started sitting and he started thinking. His sister and a rooster. Rooster means, can you see the picture below here? So this is the dhobi, this is the dhobi's sister and his rooster over here. Okay. Now he started thinking like, how should I save my sister? How should I save my rooster? That is the cock. The fish suggests that he get into a wooden box which it would ferry to safety after the apocalypse, When the god searches for life on earth, he finds the dhobi, his sister, the fish and the rooster, and world is remade. So fish is also giving a suggestion that, okay, dhobi, what you do, you just go home and bring a big wooden box. Okay, what we'll do is we all four together, we will hide in that wooden box. When after the apocalypse is done, means apocalypse means here destruction, means complete destruction, the world, after the world is end, the god will start searching for the life on earth. Okay, at that time he will find us, that is we will be alive, dhobi will be alive, sister will be alive, and your rooster will be alive, even I'll be alive. Okay, all four of us, we will be alive and the world will be remade. Like that, the fish is giving suggestion to a dhobi. This is what the story which reminds, means which bring back into the memory of Venkat Raman Singh Shyam, which is told by his grandfather. It was as a child that I had my first encounter with Kabir. So as a child, he first met a famous poet. His name is Kabir. His simple language was rather similar to the Gondi Hindi mix we spoke and the Karma songs we sang. So basically, they were speaking Gondi Hindi mix language, and Venkat and his family, entire family, like they were singing all the Karma songs and all. So he met the poet who started writing the poems in Gondi Hind mix and the Karma songs and all, whatever they were singing. So Kabir was writing all those things. Here, on winter mornings, a well-attired Vasudeva would pass through our village. So especially on winter mornings, a well-attired Vasudeva, okay, he is a singer. Can you see here in the picture above here? So this picture, like Gond art, they have explained here. Yes, Vasudeva, he is a singer who passes through his village every winter mornings. A picture of grace. Grace means simplicity, dignity, that is the standardness, and peace. He held a three-stringed tambura in one hand and cymbals in the other hand, and a haunting sound on his lips. So whenever you imagine Vasudeva, or you want to picturize him, or you want to draw a picture of Vasudeva, you have to keep in mind that he was very graceful person, he was a dignified person, and you could see that peace on his face. And also what he was holding in his hand was, he was holding a three-stringed tambura in one hand and cymbals. Okay, these and all are the musical instruments. While singing, you use these instruments in the other hand, and he always sing a haunting song, means that heart touching songs he used to sing every moment. On his lips we used to listen only the haunting song. This is what Venkat is telling here. Though I did not understand much, I was mesmerized by the music and words, just like I was entranced by the palash flowers that flaunted their beauty along the Halon river. Now he started comparing the music with the palash flowers which is growing near the Halon river. So he was mesmerized, means whenever he started listening Vasudeva's song, he always remembers like how beautiful the palash flowers are. Yes, this is, he started comparing both of them. Okay, along the Halon river, which was strewn with massive rocks, perhaps the debris of some prehistoric volcanic, which was strewn with massive rocks, perhaps the debris of some prehistoric volcanic ash. So now he is talking here about the a big volcanic eruption which happened near the Halon river. Because of the volcanic ashes only, the debris, the waste and all got settled, and the rock has been formed. Can you see here? These and all are the rocks. So this is the palash flowers, palash tree. Yes. There was also the reticent but resolute kauha tree, hiding its color in its buttressed trunk. Only when scraped did it yield blood red sap that could be used as dye. So next to this palash flower, can you see one more tree which is very shy here? Okay, this tree is called as kauha tree, and it is hiding its color, okay, with the large roots. It is hiding its color, and when we scrape the bark of the tree, kauha tree, we will get that red dye. Okay, red dye blood red sap. It is also called as blood red sap. Okay, that means we can use it as a dye. So this entire story is told by Venkat with the co-writer whom? With the co-writer S. Anand. I began drawing on walls, paper, floors, on whatever surface I could find as a child. So since he is a very famous Gond artist, since childhood only he had this very interest in drawing or in painting. So he started drawing on walls, paper, floors, and whatever blank surface he could find. Okay, I would look at newspapers and draw film stars. So in those period like 15th century, 16th century, the newspapers were very famous. So he started collecting the articles from the newspaper and he started drawing the film stars. I used charcoal. So he started using charcoal. Since he was drawing on walls, papers, floors and all, so charcoal was the better option, right, to draw. This was considered inauspicious. So his friends and all started telling that it's not promising thing what you're doing. The drawing and all will not bring some career for you. They started telling that they did not give the promising effect for him. My folks believed writing in black increased depth. So his friends started telling that you're writing in black. Oh, that brings you lot and lot of depth. As you can see, I have come to owe a huge depth to black. So now by seeing his gold art and all, obviously, yes, we think that he has a huge depth to black, correct? Because he has become a famous gold artist because of this charcoal only. I drew as realistically as I could. So he started drawing as realistically as he could. I was influenced and inspired by a set of pencil drawings I found in a trunk. So again, when his interest started growing in drawing, he was inspired by a set of pencils which he suddenly found in a trunk. So he went to his mother Himalaya Bai and he asked like whose trunk it is. I'm getting so many pencils from here. So his mother Himalaya Bai told me they were by Uncle Jawahar, her brother. So the brother, his name is Jawahar. He is the brother of his mother, that is Himalaya Bai. That is your uncle's, okay, like that she said. Uncle died at the age of 25. I would never met him. So so he Uncle Jawahar, he died when he was at the age of 25. So Venkat did not meet him at all. But people think and I believe I am his reincarnation. So all the people and all surrounding people or the relatives or the family, maybe Himalaya Bai also started telling that why? Because that even Venkat also shows the character or say the character of like drawing thing, means that Gond art has come in the bloodstream, in the bloodline, correct? So everyone started telling that here Uncle Jawahar is the reincarnation of Venkat Raman Singh Sham. And even one day Venkat also felt like yes, because even I also draw, even uncle also was drawing. I think we have that in our bloodline only. Obviously, correct. I am the reincarnation. I have grew again. Uncle Jawahar has reborn in me. Like that he started telling. I am fulfilling his life. Since he died at age of 25 only, Venkat is telling that yes, I am fulfilling his life. Jawaharlal Uke drew everyday objects and scenes with a touching realism. So he started drawing, not Venkat, Jawahar was drawing whatever he finds in his way, like objects or scenes. Whenever you see that painting, you feel like yes, it is touching my heart. I can read something, means I can feel something. That realism was there in the pictures. I looked for these drawings on a visit to Sijhora many years ago. But mother told me they would be lost or destroyed when they pulled down our old house to build a new one. So Sijhora was their old place, a old house where it was built. Okay, he went there and he started searching over for some paintings, but he could not find any of the paintings which was done by Jawahar, because what mother said that it might be lost or it might be destroyed when we started building new house in the place of old house. So he was very upset about that. When father sought me to put me in school, the principal wasn't sure I was old enough. Age was determined by a child's ability to touch his left ear by taking his right hand over his head. So, when he became the age of this thing to join the school, at that time, what happened? Father thought of sending him to the school. He took him to the school. The principal wasn't sure I was old enough, so the principal wanted to test him. Okay, Venkat, either he is in the right age so that I can give the admission or what. At that time, what principal did was, so how the age was determined in 15th century or 16th century, as I can say, is age was determined by a child's ability to touch his left ear. You have to touch your left ear by taking your right hand over your head. So how he is doing, see, means by taking his right hand over the head, and you have to touch the left ear. I'm only getting confused. Okay, left ear. By taking his right hand, you have to take your right hand, you have to entirely take over your head, and you have to touch your left ear. If you touch, once you touch, okay, you are admitted in the school. This is what the principal, means he was determining the age to get students admitted. Then what happened? Our genius boy did, I understood, but I held my ear the easy way, and the principal laughed. So what he did, instead of taking his hand over the head, he just pulled his hand and he touched his ear. The easy way he did. And the principal laughed. So obviously when someone do like that, we laugh, right? So the principal laughed. He saw I was smart, but to be safe, changed my date of birth from 2nd December 1970 to 28 October 1970. So what principal thought is, yes, he is smart enough, but we have to change his date of birthday. So now Venkat has two birthdays, that is 2nd December 1970 was his original birthday. He was changed to 28 October 1970, making me older and thus eligible. So the principal made him older, and he got admission in the school. So that's how he got two birthdays. When father left me with Uncle Jangar, I did not know what was expected of me. Jangar then had two assistants, Daddi Singh Urveti and Labda Sumer Singh Kusidam, both a few years older than him. Daddi and Labda used to rag me in my early days. So here, once the schooling is done, what father used to do, Venkat's father, he used to take Venkat and he used to leave him in his uncle Jangar's place. Jangar, do you remember? He is the famous Gond artist. After Jangar only, our Venkat became very famous. So he did not know what was expected of him, but still he was left in Jangar's house. Jangar then had two assistants. So here we are talking about Jangar's lifestyle and his house and what happened in Jangar's house. So he had two assistants. One is Daddi Singh Urveti and Labda Sumer Singh Kusidam, both a few years older than him. Him means Venkat, means both of these two assistants were very old compared to Venkat. Daddi and Labda used to rag me, means they used to tease Venkat like anything in the early days. Means always they used to ask like, where are your roots, what are your roots? They would ask and they used to tease him. I did not understand the question then, but said, my roots are with me. Today I find them everywhere, my roots. So when he was like a child, he didn't know like what to answer. He used to answer like, my roots are with me. See, I'm standing on my roots, correct? My legs are my roots, my hands are my roots. Like this, he used to answer. But now, today, he understood that where are his roots, that he has to become a Gond artist. He wanted to become a Gond artist. This is what his roots were. Daddi and Labda were happy to fill a painting started by Jangar with dots or lines in patterns set by the master. So here master is Jangar. So what the assistants were doing, whatever the Jangar was doing, the painting thing like either in the lines or in the dots. However, Jangar was making the patterns. Daddi and Labda, they were very happy taking that painting and they were filling all the lines and they were practicing the paintings, which was done by his master, means which was given by Jangar. When it came to me, I drew patterns that looked like cracked earth, the way earth appears after it soaks up water. Jangar was impressed. See here, Daddy and Labda, they wanted something, they wanted some patterns or they wanted some dots, they wanted some lines to learn the painting. But our Venkat is very smart boy. Here, what he did is, he drew patterns that looked like cracked earth. Means he started drawing his own realistic pictures, like natural pictures, the way earth appears after it soaks up water. Means the dry land, what we tell, when there is no water, how the land becomes very hard, right? So like that he started doing all the cracked earth paintings and all. By seeing those paintings, by seeing those patterns, Jangar was very impressed by Venkat. How did Jangar teach? So exactly what was happening in Jangar's house, how he started teaching paintings and all for his assistants or whoever joins Jangar's classes were. I am reminded of the stories Anand told me of how some Hindustani musicians teach. For years, a master would make a disciple to do all kinds of household drudgeries and teach her how to grasp the perfect sa, sajjam, the primal note. So here Anand is the co-writer with Venkatraman Singh Shyam, correct? So co-writer Anand, he used to tell Venkat about the Hindustani musicians, how they teach the Sangeeta classes or how they teach the music is, for years a master would make a disciple. So for many years you have to stay at their house and you have to do all the household drudgeries, means you have to do all the household work, means you have to do all the hard work which is given to you. Okay, you have to just accept it and you have to do it. And after seeing your hard work, the master, what she will do, she will teach you how to pronounce sa. Okay, in Sarigama Padanisa, how we sing that pronunciation or the tada, mela, what we tell, those everything you means perfectly. She will start teaching you. This is the primal note, we will tell. Okay, when they are inspired by you or when they are happy about you, okay, she is doing some good work today, let me teach her sa today, like that. Means they have to be very happy when you want to learn something from them. If they want to indulge you, means if they are so much generous about you, next primal note they'll teach, means they'll teach ga, another note, like that. Then just as the pupil wonders what it is she has really learnt, unbeknownst to herself, she can sing many ragas. So without knowing only, she'll be learning many ragas. Means you will be at master's house daily and you will be sitting and you'll be watching how master sing, and with how perfection, with how that pronunciation or how to hold the breath and all. By seeing only, you will be learning all the ragas. This is how the musicians were teaching. But now we will see how Jangar was teaching. Okay, so this story was told by Anand to Venkat. But here we are going to learn about Jangar, how he used to teach the paintings for his new apprentice or the trainees. Here, when a newbie arrived, the new apprentice, that is the trainee, had to work the silbata, a flat grinding stone, and a pestle. So have you heard about this mortar and pestle? Okay, what the new apprentice or the trainee should do is, they have to work very hard in this, using this silbata, that is pestle and mortar, and grind about 2 kilos of masala. So sit and grind the masala. This is what the order was given by Jangar. What and all they have to grind is red chilies, coriander seeds, cloves, cinnamon, chopped onion, garlic and ginger. These are the masala items they used to provide, and they have to sit and they have to make it like a thin paste, like a flat grind. They have to paste it into a consistent paste. That's what, into a consistent paste, like when they touch, they have to feel like, yes, this is the perfect consistent paste they have done. This was the first lesson. Okay, when we enter to the class, when we enter to the Jangar's class, this was the first lesson. sit and grind the masala paste. This is what the order was given by the master. Jangar sat monitoring from distance. So here what Jangar was to do, Jangar will sit from far and he'll start monitoring the new trainee or the new apprentice. If you can't grind masala well, how can you hold a brush and paint? Jangar showered abuse on those who did not get it right. So when the students, when the trainees were not doing it properly, when they were not grinding the masala properly, he used to shower abuses, means he used to scold someone a lot by telling what? He used to scold them, how can you hold a paint and brush if you can't grind masala well? So why this grinding masala was very important is, in olden days, whatever the paint, whatever the colors we use, we used to bring from the plants, from the flowers. So the dye or the color, you have to grind it so carefully in the consistent paste, then only you will get the color, or you will get the this thing, painting. This intention was there in Jangar's mind, okay. So because of that, he used to make the students to grind the masala well. So he used to shout at them. Jangar often broke into song, asking me to sing along. So when Jangar was not doing anything, he was sitting alone, no work for any apprentice or trainees, he used to just have fun. Means sitting, and he used to call Venkat, okay, sing with me, like that he used to order. And he used to sing karma songs, daddariya, that is folk songs, even bhajans also. Okay, these three and all, they were singing karma songs, daddariya, that is folk songs, and bhajans also. He played the flute. Oh my god, Jangar is multi-talented here. He know painting, he know singing song, now he also know the music instruments playing. He played flute, tabla, mandal. Mandal means it's a kind of drum, and harmonium. He taught us to live. Art just came along. So here what Venkat is telling is, whenever I stay in Jangar's house, I used to enjoy living. Art and all, it's just like step by step it started coming to me, but I started living in like living my life in his house. So this was it's an extract by Finding My Way autobiography. It was written by Venkat Sham and with the co-writer S. Anand. Hope you understood the chapter very well. So in the next video we will be writing the question and answers of the same chapter. We will mark the appropriate options and we will start writing answers for this. Thank you class. Thank you for your patience. Hope you understood the chapter. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you.